Hi guys, it's Grace here again with another video to tell you a bit more about my weight loss journey in the hope that it will be able to help some of you with yours. So I found during my weight loss journey, especially at the beginning, that one of the hardest things was knowing what to eat, what I could make that would help me to meet my fat loss goals, but also would taste good to me and also keep me full for a long period of time. And this has really been a journey. It is a journey that I'm still on. But what I wanted to do today was take you into my kitchen and show you the things that I tend to buy from the supermarket on a regular basis and the meals that I make them into. It's not so you can copy it exactly, but what it will do, hopefully, is show you that much of the food that I eat is food that you usually see in the supermarket. Even though my diet is a whole food, plant-based diet, most of the foods that you will see, if not all of them, will be completely familiar to you. And they're things that are generally affordable and they are versatile and can be made into so many things. So let's get straight into it. I want to start with the vegetables. So as you can see, these are a selection of vegetables that I have bought from the supermarket. And what I want to say is, when I first started my weight loss journey, I was coming from a background of somebody who had not eaten vegetables growing up. And I really did not know how to prepare vegetables in a way that I was going to find tasty. So I felt quite intimidated by the idea that vegetables were going to make up a large proportion of my diet. And what I found is that I gravitated initially towards broccoli, and I pretty much just stuck with eating broccoli every day. I've always been somebody who can eat the same thing as long as I like it for a long period of time. And because I knew I liked broccoli and I didn't seem to be getting tired of eating it, you'll see when you look on my Instagram account that most of my evening meals especially just were broccoli and not other vegetables. More recently, I have started trying to incorporate other vegetables. So you can see here that I have bought some courgettes, which I believe they're called zucchini in the US. I've got some bell peppers here, some onions. I also like cabbage, although I haven't got any in this current shopping haul. And I've always been eating onions. I tend to cook them into my stews. And these are ones that I'm liking recently. But broccoli has always been the one that I eat most often. So as I have talked about in previous videos, non-starchy vegetables tend to fall into that 100 to 200 calories per pound range. And it has meant that for me, I will just generally eat as much of the vegetables as I want and not really think too much about the calories that are in them, just because I know that I can eat so much of it and I really won't be adding that many calories to my diet. So let's move on to fruit. I've got a selection here. These are my favorite and most frequently bought fruits. I will tend to have apples, strawberries, blueberries, almost every single day. And I've recently started including pears as well. And I usually will have bananas that are baked into my plantain bread, which I'll be showing you later. But yes, I tend to eat fruits in abundance. I don't worry about the sugar that's in the fruit because from my experience of eating them ever since my weight loss journey began, I mean, I was obviously eating fruit before, but I mean, the quantities that I eat them in, I haven't seen any detrimental effect. As I've spoken about before, fruit falls into that 200 to 300 calorie per pound range. So I feel like, along with vegetables, these are things that I can eat in relative abundance without worrying too much about their calorie content, because I know that my diet overall is really low calorie dense. So let's move on to oats now. Now, for me, oats are an absolute must in my diet. I eat them almost every single day. If I'm not eating oats, then it's a very strange day and I definitely miss them. Oats fall into that around 400 calories per pound for the starch, and they're absolutely amazing. I use them to make all sorts of things. Oats are so versatile. What you're seeing on the screen is me making up a batch of my plantain bread, which is my absolute favorite way to have oats. And I just really love how over the period of time that I have been going through this weight loss journey, I have just found so many different ways to use oats. I will have them in their natural form and just add water or unsweetened almond milk. Other times I've made them into cookies. I have also made my own granola using oats. And I just really just love them so much. They have so many health benefits and they really are a health food and a weight loss superfood. I absolutely love oats, as you can probably tell. And I just never tire of them, honestly. I look forward to eating my OT breakfast every morning and I just find them to be so filling and so satisfying. I'm showing you now my plantain bread. It's got flax in it, it's got oats, the plantain, banana. It's just wonderful. I love it so much. Okay, let's move on to another weight loss and health food superfood, which is potatoes. As you can see, they also fall into that around 400 calorie per pound range. And again, potatoes are something that have been a staple during my weight loss journey. They also are just so versatile. You can cook them in so many different ways. And with potatoes in particular, they are one of the most satiating and filling foods. If you add them to any dish, they will help you to feel fuller for longer. You can get them in so many different varieties. There's so many different ways to cook them. Okay, so let's move on to our whole grains now. I have only a tiny selection of whole grains that I use on a regular basis, but if you do a simple Google, you will find just how much variety of whole grains there are, from well-known ones to more ancient grains, and they are all highly nutritious and just so great for adding into your diet in terms of nutrients and fiber and just how filling they are. As you can see, they fit into the around 500 calorie per pound in terms of calories, and they're just an amazing filling addition to your diet and can just add so much variety and interest, and I love adding them into my diet. Okay, let's move on to my canned goods, which are mostly made up of beans, as you can see. And beans are truly another superfood. I'm sure some of you may even be tired of hearing me talk about beans by now, but they really are so beneficial to the body in terms of just how high fiber they are. They really, really help with so many issues that people face in terms of getting enough fiber. And I am definitely encouraging any of you who may be knowing that you don't get enough fiber to, if you can, start including beans into your diet. I always have canned beans in my cupboard. I know you call them pantries in the US, but I will definitely have a good selection of beans in my pantry and include them on an almost daily basis in what I'm eating. So yes, I definitely encourage you to get more beans into your life. As you can see, they are around 600 per calories per pound, and I've heard it said that if you eat all your whole food plant-based foods under 600 calories per pound, then you could actually eat until you are satisfied without ever worrying or thinking about a calorie, and find your body finding its most healthy lean weight by eating that way. So that's something for you all to look into, but I certainly do encourage more beans. So now I'm showing you my incredibly messy but well used spice tub. I do make an effort to do all that I can to make my food as tasty to myself as possible, and this has all helped me to stay on track with my weight loss journey and really start experimenting with flavors and just enjoying the process of finding how to really make this new way of eating sustainable for me. So I really encourage you to experiment with herbs and spices and everything really that just sets off those flavors when you are cooking and preparing your food. Now I'm showing you two of the higher density foods that I do use quite frequently when I'm preparing my food, and that is 100% natural coconut milk and 100% peanut butter. I have chosen to continue to use these higher calorie dense foods because I have found that they have helped me to remain sustainable in my weight loss journey. But it really depends what each person is looking for in terms of the speed of their weight loss and what they want to take into the future as they are on their weight loss journey. I know that I potentially could have lost more weight and more quickly if I had chosen not to include these particular ingredients, but I really feel like they go a long way to flavor my food and make me feel more satisfied when I'm eating. So I have continued to include them, and I just make sure that the rest of the dish is very low calorie density, and I use them in a way where they are able to add flavor but not overwhelm the dish. I generally use them quite minimally. So these are two that I thought important to show you because I do use them and they are much higher in calorie density, but as I said, I use them minimally and I use them in a way to make sure that I can still move closer towards my fat loss goals. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me in this short sort of mini tour of my typical grocery haul. I hope that this video has been helpful in showing you what I tend to buy and what I will tend to make it into, and giving you some ideas and some inspiration for just so much that can be done with whole foods. You don't have to feel restricted. You don't have to feel like there's no variety. You really can do so much with these highly nutritious and filling foods. And I hope that this will give you some encouragement that you can. Thank you again for watching this video. As I say, if you've gained anything useful, please give me a like. If you want to keep hearing from me, please subscribe to my channel. And if you've got any questions, please go ahead and leave them in the comment section. Thank you again, and I will see you in the next one.